It might not be okay to work your life away, but it is okay to work your 20s away. There are two types of people. Those who want to know more, and those who want to defend what they already know. So many people are afraid of changing their mind when most of their beliefs aren't even theirs to begin with.
It is astounding how many people want to be spectacular in life, but also want to fit in and be normal. Like, by being normal, you are, by definition, aiming for average. Normal people get normal results. Weird people get weird results. You literally can't do what everyone else does and not expect to get what everyone else has. By doing what everyone else does, you guarantee average results.
So many of the realizations that we have arrived at are only really accessible to you because you've closed the loop of all of the ones that you needed to first. You know, we're prepared to sort of waste years trying to work out what would take us days to do. It is. I understand why some people have degrees of regret around that, because they think, fuck, like I don't know where that time went. I wish I'd known this thing sooner. But again, if action's the antidote to anxiety, the only way that you can work out what it is that you need to do is by hurrying up and doing it. And again, if the fear of failure, the fear of the unknown is worse than the actual thing, you know, it all ties together. A habit missed once is a mistake. A habit missed twice is the start of a new habit. Never miss 2 days in a row. Always stick to what makes you weird, odd, strange, different. That's your source of power, which is similar to occupy your niche. Embrace your strangeness, identify what makes you different, fuse those things together and become an anomaly. If you fake bravery when you're terrified, that is bravery. And I kind of feel like motivation is the same thing. If you do the thing when you're feeling unmotivated, that is motivation. This business idea won't work, and you might have 9 failures. My first 9 businesses didn't really amount to anything. 9, as in the first one, I spent time on it, it failed. Second one, this one will be different. Spent time on it, failed. And then the third one, this one, failed. And then 6 more after that. And it's painful as shit because the whole time everyone is telling you, I told you so. And they're right. Today, but not forever. If you knew that it was going to work, there would be no risk in doing it because it would be certain. So everybody has to deal with this. This is the thing. This is why I use this term personal curse. It was what I wrote for myself. You haven't been given this bespoke, idiosyncratic challenge that only you have to face. This is what every person who gets from a place that they are to a place that they want to be has to go through, because you need to try things with no promise that they are going to work. There's no confirmation of glory or success or accolade or prestige or anything on the other side. None of it at all. You're just, it's not even like you're David Goggins with broken legs running a fucking Navy SEAL Hell Week. It's mundane, daily, just uncertainty and like ambient malaise as you're reading another book on meditation and you're sitting down with your eyes closed listening to Sam Harris tell you to fucking listen to your breath. You don't know that it's going to work, but that is the challenge. The challenge is no certainty. That's the way it is. And the painful cost of being exceptional is getting through that uncertainty. Well, basically, I think that criticism killed more dreams than a lack of competence ever did, because people are just, I'm worried about pushing these boundaries too much.
Sure.
This person, all of my friends tell me the truth. Why isn't this person on the internet? If they don't have what you want, don't listen to what they say. There's no greater waste of time than justifying your actions to people who have a life you don't want. Everybody at the start line of the 100-meter race has the same goal. It's to win. So it's not the person who has the best goals, it's the person who has the best systems and preparation. I probably should stop caring about what other people think about me, given that most people don't even like themselves. Right? Most people don't even like themselves. Why on earth would you give anybody else that power? Your boos mean nothing. I've seen what makes you cheer. And now people say, it must be nice for you. And you go, dude, fuck you. Like, if you could have seen how much criticism and hard work and lonely nights and all of this stuff when nobody was watching and I was was unsure of myself, chronically miserable, and I criticized, and all my friends took the piss out of me, and I did all of these things. I had to go through all of that for you to now say, must be nice. I was alone all the time. All I did was be alone. I was alone in my room playing. I was alone in the schoolyard. I was alone in lessons. I was alone walking home. People want to find their passion, but you don't find it, you create it. And you create it by getting good at something. And to get good at stuff, you start by doing something you suck at. Then you get good. Then you like it. Then people ask how you found your passion. Answer: by starting when you sucked and not giving up. If you haven't gotten what you want, then you're not worthy of it, period. And that's okay. Now you can admit that you suck and improve. Better to know you're bad for a season than pretend you're good for a lifetime. If you keep making the same mistake over and over, the mistake isn't the problem. You are. So imagine that you had a friend, and every time that you invited this friend out for lunch, they showed up an hour late, or they didn't show up at all. After a while, you'd stop trusting them and stop inviting them out at all.
Right.
Well, you are that friend to yourself.
Yeah.
You know, how can you have faith that you're going to go and do all of the things that you want in life when you can't not hit the snooze button?
Right.
Or you can't not cheat on your diet. You
Right.
can't not do, you know, you are constructed by the tiny decisions that you make every single day. Stop breaking promises to yourself. When you say, I'm going to wake up tomorrow at 7 a.m., and when the option comes to hit the snooze button, don't do it. There's one win that you've got for the day. That's action, right? And it is just, you know, it's tried to say the Peterson clean your room thing, but the reason that that works is that you start with the smallest ever step and you expand out from there. Imagine how effective you'd be if you weren't anxious all the time. Preparing to do the thing isn't doing the thing. Scheduling time to do the thing isn't doing the thing. Making a to-do list for the thing isn't doing the thing. Telling people you're going to do the thing isn't doing the thing. Messaging friends who may or may not be doing the thing isn't doing the thing. Writing a banger tweet about how you're going to do the thing isn't doing the thing. Hating on yourself for not doing the thing isn't doing the thing. Hating on other people who have done the thing isn't doing the thing. Hating on the obstacles in the way of you doing the thing isn't doing the thing. Fantasizing about all of the adoration you'll receive once you do the thing isn't doing the thing. Reading about how to do the thing isn't doing the thing. Reading about how other people did the thing isn't doing the thing. Reading this essay isn't doing the thing. The only thing that is doing the thing is doing the thing. And I love this insight that you can dress it up however you want. The work just needs doing. Imagine that you're in a movie, and imagine the movie begins now, and you're the hero of the movie.
Yeah.
What would that guy do?
Yeah.
What would that guy do right now?
Yeah.
Because you are. If people are succeeding, even slightly, in a job that they hate, think about how good you could be if it was something that you really, really cared about.
Right.
Think about how amazing you could be if you pursued something that you genuinely had existential simpatico with.
Right.
As opposed to something that you detest.
Yeah.
Or are just not that fussed about. If you're in the chasm of comfortable complacency, just how good could you be if this was something that you loved?
Yeah.
Holy fuck. They say that true hell is when the person that you are meets the person you could have been. There's an idea from mathematics called never multiply by zero. So we can have 2 million multiplied by 47, multiplied by 2.1, multiplied by 20,000, multiplied by zero is zero.
Is zero.
So if you spend all of your time working on your health and avoiding seed oils and eating only grass-fed organic meat, but one day decide to drive your car without a seatbelt on, that's multiplying by zero
Right.
if you get into a wreck.
Right.
And so much of life, I think, is avoiding pitfalls, not expediting successes, because the pitfalls can kick you out of the game permanently, or
Right.
they can do things that they're so catastrophic they take much longer to come back from. And this is, in some ways, an excuse for being averse to risk.
Right.
But I think it's just being clever about risk and knowing where you can take risks that have limited downside,
Right.
not unlimited downside. Privilege is a pressure.
Yeah.
And it's one of the odd byproducts of anybody that's doing really, really great things, that a lot of people are driven by this unconscious assumption that they're not enough unless they do great things. And it'll cause you to go and do great things, but to what end? What's the outcome? What's the
texture of your mind like when you go to sleep on a nighttime? Stop complaining about the results you didn't get from the work you didn't put in. The only way to become more successful than most people is to be willing to do something most people aren't willing to do. I know of no better life purpose than to perish in attempting the great and impossible. The fact that something seems impossible shouldn't be a reason to not pursue it. That's exactly what makes it worth pursuing. Where would the courage and greatness be if success was certain and there was no risk? The only true failure is shrinking away from life's challenges. The fears never go away completely, they just don't linger as long. One of my friends, Alex, has got this quote which I love, and he says, "The heaviest things in life aren't iron and gold, but unmade decisions. The reason you are stressed is that you have decisions to make, and you're not making them." The ironic tragedy is that life has to be lived forward, but only makes sense in reverse. Right. The magic you are looking for is in the work you're avoiding.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude. The magic you are looking for is in the work you're avoiding. And every single time that there is something in front of me that I feel like things aren't coming my way sufficiently quickly, I'm not making the progress that I want, it's because I'm dicking about over here. The person that you have to spend the most time talking to in your life is yourself. Try not to lose their respect. The world belongs to optimists, because if you're going to do anything big, you have to believe that it can happen. Otherwise, it never will. This lonely chapter is a period through which I think everybody needs to squeeze. Anybody that decides to go from a place they are to a place that they want to be is going to have to let go of people who can't go there with them. And this isn't a value judgment about the people that are doing the personal growth thing are better than the people that are already fine as they are and are happy leading a different sort of life. It's that if you know that there is something that you're meant to do, if you know that there's something that you're meant to change, you will have to let certain groups, friends, routines, places, activities, recreations that you do, you're going to have to let those go. And there is this, the Rocky cutscene lasts for 90 seconds in the movie, but it can last for 5 years in your life. And you have no idea whether or not it's even going to work. And that's the bit that always got to me. The bit that always got to me was I didn't even know if there was going to be any glory on the other side. It's like ordering an Uber and never knowing if it's going to arrive or not. And you think, well, I'm just stood here doing the thing, but I don't know if it's going to come out on the other side. And I can promise you, anybody that has done anything, moved from any place they were to any place that they want to be, has gone through this lonely chapter. We don't rise to the standards we have when others are watching. We fall to the standards we have when no one is watching. The only work that really matters is the work that no one sees. It shows you who you really are rather than who you say you are. When you're on the way up, everyone roots for you because you remind them of their dreams. And when you're at the top, everyone tries to tear you down because you remind them of what they gave up on. When you're winning, you're not as good as you think you are. When you're losing, you're not as bad as you think you are. You're going to lose sleep. You'll doubt whether it'll work. You'll stress to make ends meet. You won't finish your to-do list. You'll wonder whether you made the right call and have no way to know for years. This is what hard feels like, and that's okay. Everything worth doing is hard, and the more worth doing it is, the harder it is. The greater the payoff, the greater the hardship. If it's hard, good. It means no one else will do it. More for you. Admit it, you aren't like them. You're not even close. You may occasionally dress yourself up as one of them, watch the same mindless television shows as they do, maybe even eat the same fast food sometimes. But it seems that the more you try to fit in, the more you feel like an outsider. You have to start with action. It needs to be, okay, what would have had to have happened in a week's time for me to look back on that week and find pride in myself?
For better or worse, life is really short. And it's this ridiculous irony that you only see in retrospect how short it is, right? It doesn't feel short at the time, but I bet when you get to your 80s and you look back, you think, holy fuck, that went by in no time at all.
Controversial take. You really can solve a lot of male problems by getting in shape and making money. You still have problems, they're just smaller and you have more resources to handle them. The world is there for the taking, for anyone who can learn from their mistakes, do what they say they were going to do, and stick with it, even if it's not sexy. What used to make a man acceptable now makes you extraordinary. The bar for winning has never been so low.
There are no solutions, only trade-offs. It doesn't make sense to continue wanting something if you're not willing to do what it takes to get it. If you don't want to live the lifestyle, then release yourself from the desire. To crave the result, but not the process, is to guarantee disappointment. Before you win, everyone will ask why you're working so hard, and after you win, everyone will remind you how lucky you got. Success really just boils down to this. You gotta want it more than you hate what it takes to get it. If you're willing to suck at anything for 100 days in a row, you can beat most people at most things. Until you win, effort always goes unnoticed. The sentence, "you can be anything you want, but you can't be everything you want," is so good. Problems are a feature of life, not a bug. Reminder that if you want to be exceptional, you're going to be different from everyone else. That's what makes you exceptional. You can't fit in and also be exceptional. Both have discomfort. When you fit in, you have internal conflict because you're not being 100% you. When you're exceptional, you have external conflict because everyone sees you as different. Pick one. When your friends start to say, "You've changed," remember it's because they don't know how to say, "You've grown."